Welcome to EDUC EDSP 204. My name is Sarah Morgan and I will be your instructor this semester. The purpose of this video is to introduce me to you, and I look forward to when you have the opportunity to introduce yourself to me. First and foremost, I want you to know that I am a child of God. I was born and I was raised in a Christian home. My parents elected to send me to Christian school K through 12. I went to St. Paul's Lutheran School in Orange, and then I moved on to Lutheran High School of Orange County. I continue, and my family continues to attend St. Paul's Church. Post high school, I did not know what it is that I wanted to do. That's just part of my journey and my story. I moved on to a junior college to sort of figure things out, and I spent 4 years there. I met a wonderful instructor. Her name was Melinda Chapman, and she began to mentor and guide me, and I found my path into communications. From there, I transferred over to Chapman University, and I finished up my degree in speech communications. During that time that I was in college, I met and married my husband, Matt. You can see my family's picture centered in the middle. Matt and I have been married for 25 years, and we do have 3 children. Hunter is 18 now. So you will see in my on my instructor page that this picture was taken in San Francisco in 2016. It's 2021. This picture is a little old, but it is one of my favorite pictures. And as a family, it is remembered as one of our favorite family trips. So Hunter, when I'm looking at the screen to the right, is wearing the black sweatshirt with the red hoodie. He's now 18 years old and he attends El Medina High School. And he's a senior. So we're very excited because this is his last year in high school. And we've applied to colleges. I say we, but he has applied to colleges, and he's just, in that stage of life. You all remember that. Okay, so the next one down, all the way on the right side of the screen, is Cole. He also attends El Medina High School in the Orange Unified School District, and he's a sophomore this year. Then finally, the blondie at the bottom, his name is Scott, and he is now a 7th grader at McPherson Magnet School. You can see that I have put their logos there at the bottom, all of those schools, and I've also included a logo of Olive Elementary. My kids went to Olive, we went to Lamson, but the 2 primary schools that my kids have attended is McPherson and El Medina. Okay, that's my family, and they're at the center of the screen, and they are in the center of my life. So a lot of the decisions that I've made as an educator and my career path has been based on them and our family and the needs of our family. All right, I got to backtrack a little bit because I moved sort of ahead in my timeline to introduce you to my family. But prior to having children, I graduated from Chapman, as I mentioned, and then I moved on and decided that I wanted to pursue a teaching credential. So as I was pursuing a teaching credential, I did get a job for Lutheran Special Education Ministries, and I worked part-time at Salem, introducing special education to the school. After I finished my credential, I did my student teaching in the Westminster School District while working for Lutheran Special Education Ministries. After I finished my credential, I decided to take a position that was offered to me in Westminster, teaching in a K-3 special day class. That opened up the opportunity for me to learn more about special education, partner with the Orange County Department of Education, and co-teach in general education settings. Pardon me. After some time in Westminster, I had the opportunity to move over to the Garden Grove Unified School District, where I was hired on as a TOSA, a teacher on special assignment. That job evolved into a program specialist where I oversaw a program for students with autism. So I provided instructional services for students with autism. The program started with myself and one other program specialist and about 5 instructional assistants. And by the time I left the district, there was 70 instructional assistants. Working at Lutheran Special Education Ministries, Westminster, and Garden Grove all opened up lots of opportunities for me to learn much about communication, collaboration, inclusion, and diverse teaching settings. One thing that I was able to do in Garden Grove that really moved me toward my career in higher education was actually, there's 2 things. One was I had a colleague there and we started putting together courses for instructional assistants so that they could earn credits toward being able to move into higher pay brackets. So if they took our courses through adult education, a certain amount of units would get them the next level of pay. So that was an introduction to adult education. And then finally, toward the end of my time in Garden Grove, special education teachers with mild to moderate credentials were needed to go back and get an added authorization, an autism authorization put onto their credential. And so I had the opportunity to work with a team of 4 or 5 other people who provided the courses for these teachers to add the credential. So that connected me with higher education, syllabus writing, university level learning. During a similar time, Concordia was writing for opening up the special education credential. And I applied for the job and ultimately was hired on to be a part of the teaching or the instruction team here at Concordia, offering multiple subject, single subject, and education specialist credentials. I think I forgot to tell you that the credentials that I pursued at Chapman were both multiple subject and education specialist. So I do have a dual credential. While in Garden Grove, because I had an administrative level position, I also pursued an administrative credential. So I do have 3 credentials, and then with my credentials came a master's degree. So a few more courses, just like at Concordia, you can add a few more courses. I have a master's degree in special education. I am currently pursuing a PhD at Chapman University in disability studies. This last semester, I took 2 great courses that were outside of that have really engaged my mind in critical pedagogy and social emotional learning. So that's my education in a nutshell. A little bit about who I am and where my priorities are. My research and what I love talking about is universal design for learning. I see so many opportunities for conversations just across the curriculum to talk about universal design for learning. And then I do have a passion for diversity and inclusion, and not just as it relates to special education, but as it relates to anti-bias teaching practices and other opportunities that we have in the class to open up conversation with our students and really engage them in productive and respectful dialogue. So that is who I am. I will be your instructor for this semester. I am looking forward to our time together, and I encourage you to reach out to me and ask questions. I encourage you to think about what you're passionate about in relation to teaching and various areas of your life, and seeing how that can be integrated into your studies and ultimately into your life as an educator. All right. I will see you in the weekly videos, but I also hope that I see you during the optional check-ins and other times where you just need to chat or discuss something related to education or this course. Good luck to you.